द सेकंड फैक्ट इज कि अगर एक व्हील की हवा निकल गई या एक व्हील आपका पंचर हो गया, फ्लैट हो गया टायर आपका एक, तो आपके बाकी 7 टायर तो ठीक है ना, गाड़ी फिर भी चलती है। प्रॉब्लम कब होता है? जब आपने अपनी पूरी लाइफ की गाड़ी एक ही व्हील पे कर दी हो एंड उसकी हवा निकल जाए।
अभी सर सबने एक ही व्हील पे करी हुई है प्रोफेशन।
And when I am into, मेरे को इतना दर्द होता है, I'm in so much pain, Kulpreet, when I read about a youngster, let's say 16 years, 17 years, giving up on life because वो 12th में फेल हो गया, 10th में फेल हो गया, तो उसकी लाइफ को हमने एक ही व्हील पे कर दिया। वो सीए की पढ़ाई कर रहा है तो सीए में क्लियर नहीं हो पाया तो डिप्रेशन में चले गया, उसने पूरी लाइफ को अपने एक ही व्हील में कर दिया। We have Vijay Siddhartha happening, thousands of crores of business, and your entire life is on one wheel. Right? So I would not like to name more people, but I'm just saying कि ये डिप्रेशन, ये सारी जो हम बातें सुनते हैं, ये क्यों होता है? Because unknowingly people have based or they're living their lives on one wheel, and that wheel has become so big that even if slight air pressure is reduced, they feel so insecure.
Yes.
And the law of life says that your wheel will always be in a state where some air pressure will be taken out. आप गाड़ी नहीं भी चलाओगे ना, आप 2 महीने तक गाड़ी मत चलाओ, उसकी हवा वैसे भी निकल जाती है।
हाँ, वो फुस हो जाएगी।
हाँ, तो चलती हुई गाड़ी की हवा तो वैसे भी निकलेगी ना, और तो आपको बार बार हवा भरानी पड़ेगी। That's how it is. It's so simple. You're driving your car and you feel that one of the tires has less pressure. You go to one of the stations and get it filled. You don't crib and complain. You don't go to depression. और यार गाड़ी का हवा निकल गया, ऐसे कैसे होता है मेरी लाइफ में? You don't do it. You go and you get it filled. Same way, you are down in business. Get a coach. I'm there.
Yes.
Get a coach. You're down in life. Read a book. Get somebody on board to help you out. You're down physically. Get somebody to help you to become a better in your physical life. You're down in a relationship. Talk to the person with whom you have a challenge. हवा भराओ ना अपनी. Just like you go to the petrol pump and get your air pressure checked. हवा भरा तो खत्म बात, आगे बढ़ो. इसमें डिप्रेशन में जाने की क्या बात?
नाइट्रोजन भर ले तो फिर हवा कम भरती है ना, घर कम।
देखो ये ना शॉर्टकट्स आ गए हैं लाइफ में, तो नाइट्रोजन भी वो होता है तो उसमें भी कहीं ना कहीं हमें लगाना पड़ता है, उसमें भी हवा, तो उसकी भी हवा निकलती है, बट वो कहता है कि ओके आई कैन कैरी यू फॉर 100 किलोमीटर्स, आई कैन कैरी यू फॉर 200 किलोमीटर्स, बट फिर भी आपको वापस नाइट्रोजन उसमें बढ़ाना पड़ेगा।
Yes.
But I always feel that this is the reason why depression happens, Kulpreet. We are not living a life in a holistic approach. We have become a one-role wonder. We have become a one-role wonder. And that is not right. That's not right.
Another thing which you said initially is that people are living in their past.
And
right. they are living in their regrets. Or something which happened in the past, which you just, I think, few days wrote on your Instagram, that people are living in their past and not in their present. So how can anybody actually live in the present? Because that's what is missing. So some suggestions there, not tips.
See, when we talk about the past, it's a huge subject, but just to share with you, when you have a lot of time to do nothing, and this nothing is a great work, and a lot of people they devote a lot of time to this great work called nothing. So when you go into that state of nothingness, and it is not meditation. So nothingness in meditation is beautiful. Nothingness without meditation is harmful. So the mind starts working when you are into nothingness. For example, आप बैठे हो, आप कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो, then what will happen? This mind will start working. This mind now, when it starts working, it has only 2 directions to go to. It will either go to the past or it will either go to the future. Mind has no place in the present. Mind does not work in the present. In fact, there is no mind in the present. Please don't mind. So ये वर्तमान में मन काम नहीं करता, वर्तमान में शरीर काम करता है, वर्तमान में आप बात करते हो. It is action time in the present. So now whenever your mind, you're doing nothing, you have to ask me nothing है, तो फिर ऐसा क्यों बैठा हूं? तो कुछ तो करना चाहिए. तो आप कहते हो नहीं कुछ नहीं करना, मुझे ऐसे बैठना है. क्यों बैठना है? चलो मेडिटेशन. So okay, that is making sense. मेडिटेशन नहीं कर रहे तो क्यों बैठना है? तो let me go into the future. That makes sense. Let me plan. Let me envisage tomorrow, my year क्या होने वाला है, 1 महीने बाद क्या होने वाला है, that also makes sense. नहीं मुझे पास्ट में जाना है, तो okay, go to the past, but where? Go to some good locations of your past. Maybe something great happened, you got an award, you got a reward, you got recognized, you did something fantastic, you go to your childhood days, you go to your early courtship days, and you come back with the flavor, the fragrance of that moment, and you make your present more beautiful. लेकिन लोग क्या करते हैं, they go to the past and they choose one garbage का डब्बा जो past में उनका खराब हुआ होगा. I call it the कचरे का डब्बा. कुछ लफड़ा हुआ, and they go and they dive into that. And they वो अपना उसमें रम के बाहर आते हैं, and then they make the present even much more difficult. And that's when they come back with regrets. अरे ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया. अरे why don't you go and say कि मैंने ये किया? अगर जाना ही है पहले पीछे, तो go and go to the places where you have done something. So you come back. अरे यार मैंने वो तो किया, अच्छा मैंने वो तो किया. You feel good. Why are you going to those areas where you have regrets? Right? So I feel that either get involved in the present in doing something, or if you are not getting involved in doing something, then go to the future. That's the second option with you, which you have with you. So that's good. You plan and you go into the future planning. That's very good. Or you go to the past and then see what you have, where mistakes you have made. Can you learn something from those mistakes? It makes sense. Can you go and visit some places which are wonderful? That also makes sense. So itna karoge to I think that can then happen. So you have to be conscious. Where am I right now? And the moment you realize I'm in the past and I'm in a garbage box, immediately come out. I think that's the simplest thing which can be done.
Absolutely. I think it's very important to live in the present because, you know, past, if it is in the present, you are actually living in the past only.
And आप क्या कर सकते हो past को? Nothing. So you feel that my regrets में मैंने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया. Suppose you are, let's say you are 50 years of age. And at the time you realize, अरे यार, I did not do cycling, यार, I should have done cycling. So why to go into regret? Let that, okay, I did not do cycling, make you pick up a cycle tomorrow morning and do cycling. So that when you are 60, you don't have much more bigger shop of regrets. But दुकान तो कम करो ना अपनी regret की. So at least तो ये कम से कम ये 10 साल तो आप अच्छे जी लो कि you look back and you say, यार, चल 50 से 60 में क्या cycling करी? And maybe you will do cycling where people will look at you and say, I wish I had done cycling when I was 50. So you can do so much more. And looking back, you can't do much more. It's only when you look ahead. We never drive a car looking at the rear view mirror. Na? We always drive the car looking at the wind through the windscreen.
Absolutely. Sir, I was a part of the Life 360 program. I don't know if you're doing it online right now or not. Are you doing it online?
We are doing Business 360 right now online. And I intend to take the next batch of Life 360 online in the month of July. We are planning for the batch.
So I would request all the listeners to do Life 360 program, eyes closed.
Thank you so much for recommending, Kulpreet.
Okay. And sir, I you know, this is what inspires me. I'm going to read this. There is no second chance, no second innings. Just this one life. Make your story, make your life a story worth telling. Can you expand on this? Okay.
Simple hai, Kulpreet. Like I started and I said, one life, one innings. Nobody has a second innings, right? So it's not that you will get out and you'll come back and you'll play. This is not a test match where you have 2 innings. It's just, and it's not in one day. It's a 2020 match going on right now. So you're out, you're out. So when you know this is the only chance you have in the history of your life, and this moment, this, like for example, I'm talking to you right now. I know this moment will not come back again. Maybe I'll be with you again, or you'll be with me again, maybe next week or maybe next year or whatever. But this moment will not come again. So when I know this will never come again, why should I not give my best?
Yes.
Why should I not give my best, right? And if this thought process is there, that this is one chance, and I may not be selected in the team again, one chance to play, should I not give my best to this match, which I'm into, right? And once we do that, we create a story which is wonderful. And what are we? We should be nothing. We are nothing else but a bag full of stories. ऐसा मुझे लगता है. We are nothing else but a bag full of stories. For example, right now you and me are talking, so we are creating a story. Now, after our talk is over, this episode is over, either it will be worth sharing or it will not be worth sharing.
Will be super worth sharing.
So that's the only two possibilities. Either you will say, I will delete it from the social media, or you will say, I will keep it for the rest of my life. Right? Two options. Same way with us. Whatever day we live, either we can tell that day as a story to people whom we know or we love, our children, as a story worth telling, or we can just create a story which is not to be told to anybody, and we hide it and we tear the pages and we say, we will not say to anybody. तो ऐसे करके 70-80 साल के हो जाएंगे, 90 साल के हो जाएंगे, and it's time to say goodbye to this world, right? तो उस समय फिर हम दुनिया को क्या कहानी बताएंगे? और दुनिया कहानी सुनना चाहती है जो हमारे नजदीक के हैं, तो वो कहानी सुनना, they will not want to hear stories of somebody else from us. They would like to hear stories about us from us, and that's the best way to inspire. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, तो आपकी टीम को कौन सी कहानी सुनाओगे आप? You have to have the stories of the past so many years of working in the business, and you say, this is what I did, this is what you should do, and this is what I feel we can create. The inspiration comes from your stories. So that whole quote of mine says that let's live a life in such a way that it becomes a story worth sharing. Otherwise, तो बहुत लोग जी रहे हैं, बहुत से लोग जा रहे हैं, कौन किसकी कहानी सुन रहा है? तो कहानी और कहानी बनाने की काबिलियत हम सब में है, तो बनाइए.
Absolutely. Sir, another thing which I was a part of Life 360 a few months back, and very lovely thing which you said was, there is a way to live, and then there is a better way to live. So how can people adopt this better way?
See, it's a quest which I feel out of all species, agar aap dekho na, Kulpreet, we are one amongst the species. Plants bolo, animals bolo, then we are the human beings, we are the species. So out of all species, by God's grace, we have been blessed to think. We have been blessed with a mind, right? And for example, if you have a German Shepherd cannot decide on its own that I will become the world's best German Shepherd. Right? It cannot train itself to become the best. It has to be trained to become the best. But a human being on its own, एक इंसान जो है वो अपने आप को अच्छा कर सकता है. I think that's one of the greatest differences between any other species and us. So when I say there is a way to live, so we can live like any other animal, any other being. We are born in a certain way. So no other creation can outgrow its nature.
Yes.
तो जो dog का nature है वो dog का nature है, वो उसके ऊपर outgrow नहीं कर सकता. Only human beings can outgrow ourselves.
Yes.
तो हम अगर बचपन में ऐसे थे तो हम वैसे कुछ और बन सकते हैं. जवानी में हम कुछ कैसे थे तो हम अडल्ट एज में कुछ और अच्छे बन सकते हैं. हम अडल्ट एज में ऐसे थे तो हम बुढ़ापे में और अच्छे कुछ बन सकते हैं. So only we as human beings, we have the capability to evolve. तो अगर हम evolve नहीं कर रहे हैं तो फिर then we can compare ourselves with any other creation. You decide based on your size, German Shepherd suit करेगा या Doberman suit करेगा आपको, तो you compare you and I am like him. So but I feel so there is a way to live life, so and there's a better way to live life. तो उसमें एक अच्छा तरीका हो सकता है. आप खाना बना रहे हो तो there is a way to cook food and there's a better way to cook food.
Absolutely.
तो आप घर में खाना सर्व कर रहे हो तो there's a way to serve food and there's a slightly better way to serve food. और आप देखो कि there's a way and a better way में ज्यादा फर्क नहीं, थोड़ा सा फर्क है बस, थोड़ा सा. But that थोड़ा सा makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. I completely agree to that. Well, so people who want to live a better way to live, do the Life 360 next month. And sir, please tell your team to share the link with me. I'll put on and I'll promote it because I want people to get this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You are such an ardent fan of our organization. Thank you so much for that, Kulpreet. And I feel that wherever you are, whichever city, whichever place you all are in, it's not about coming to me. If you come to me, you're most welcome. I will be more than delighted. But make your life better. I would say that since it's just one innings, one chance, one life. So चाहे आप books पढ़ के करो, चाहे किसी की guidance में करो, चाहे किसी की mentorship में करो. But don't stop yourself. Don't go into that ego mode of yours. अरे मैं अपना भी जिंदगी जी लूंगा. And there's a lot of this thought process कि अरे हमें कौन सिखा सकता है. तो वो तो फिर बचपन में बोलना चाहिए था ना, क्यों गए स्कूल, क्यों गए कॉलेज, तो अपना भी सीख लेते कुछ. तो हम जो बने हैं, अगर I look into my life, there's so many teachers who made us what we are. तो किसने लिखना सिखाया, किसने चलना सिखाया, किसने ड्राइंग सिखाई, किसने ऐड करना सिखाया. And that's how we could use what we were blessed with. In the same way, every stage of our life, somebody is required. तो कोई हमें फिजिकल फिटनेस में अच्छा बनाता है, कोई स्विमिंग में अच्छा बनाता है, कोई राइटिंग में अच्छा बनाता है, कोई बिजनेस में अच्छा बनाता है, कोई लाइफ में अच्छा बनाता है. सो आप खुद से भी सीख ही लोगे, बट कितना समय लगेगा. सो आज समय की कीमत ज्यादा है. सो डोंट पुट योर सेल्फ इन टू सेल्फ लर्निंग मोड. गेट समबडी हु कैन फास्ट फॉरवर्ड योर लाइफ. कि आप जब खुद से 1 साल में सीख सकते हो, तो शायद किसी के अंडर रह के आप 1 महीने में सीख सकते हो. तो आई वुड सजेस्ट दैट fast forward your life, and otherwise you will miss on so much which is there in the world, which can be done.
And sir, currency spend हो रही है लोगों की.
हाँ, currency spend हो रही है
तो. So people who have joined in late, please, when I'll put this, video on IGTV, listen to what is currency.
हाँ.
Sir, we have like 5-10 minutes left.
हाँ.
So another very important thing which touched my heart, and I'm a believer in that too. You said a very beautiful thing when I did Life 360. That have a higher purpose in life. So give us your thoughts there.
अरे ये बहुत बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है कुलप्रीत. In 5 minutes time it will be injustice to this, but just since you have asked,
fast forward.
I feel Kulpreet, देखो ये when we say that there's a higher purpose in life, again coming back to if I were to see, I'm talking about myself, right? So I don't know how people would think about it, but I see that there's nothing in this world which was created without a purpose. Nothing in this world. So if I would talk about a tree, अगर हम एक पेड़ को देख लें, a tree is there, तो tree उसका एक काम है कि वो उगता है, बड़ा होता है, फल देता है, right? तो आप देखो कि उसके पास जो कुछ भी है, it is not for the tree. So the tree does not eat its own fruits.
Wow, yes.
A tree does not give a place to make a nest for itself. A tree does not give shade to itself. So everything which a tree is doing in this process of living as a tree, it is doing for the world.
Wow.
उसका पर्पस देखो कैसा है. The purpose is to provide shade to somebody. The purpose is to give a home to somebody. The purpose is to give a fruit to somebody, right? The purpose is to give that feeling. अगर हम पेड़ को देखते हैं, we say, "यार, wow, this is making our eyes feel so good. It is soothing our eyes." तो ऐसा लगता है हर creation. You see a bird, so bird has something which is making this world a better place. You see the flowers. The flowers are not blooming for themselves. The flower is blooming for people to see. So we see a rose and we say, wow, what a beautiful flower. So rose is not blooming कि मुझे अच्छा लगे कि मैं rose bloom कर रहा हूँ. वो bloom कर रहा है because somebody else feels good about it. So I feel that is what purpose is. So you have to ask this question to yourself. I'm living my life, so I'm doing my business. All right, I'm working. Whatever you're doing, you got to ask this question to yourself: is somebody's life becoming better because of me? If somebody is somebody benefiting because of me? Is somebody's life becoming easier because of me? Because if a tree can do that, I'm a living being. If I can't make somebody's life better because of me, then I'm worse than a tree. वो तो बेचारा ट्री नॉन लिविंग है, मतलब in terms of move नहीं कर सकता. It is just a tree. It's a organism which is stationary. हम तो जीते जागते हिलते दिमाग वाले लोग हैं, तो हमें तो दुनिया को अच्छा करना चाहिए. But sadly, the last so many years, Kulpreet, we have destroyed the world. Last 2 months, when the world came to a standstill, बोलते हैं सब लोगों ने कहा, earth breathe.
Yes.
हाँ, धरती ने सांस ली, because हमने थाम लिया अपने आप को. So we stopped and the earth lived. So इतने दिमाग वाले लोगों ने इस धरती का विनाश कर दिया because we are not living a life of higher purpose. We are living for ourselves. We are selfish guys. So I'm just saying, in this selfishness, can you think of a tree? Can you think of a bird? Can you think of a bee? Can you think of a flower? All of them are living a life beyond themselves. So can you live a life in some way, in a small way, at least once a day, beyond yourself? That's a life living of purpose. I'm not saying become a Gandhi. I'm not saying become a Teresa. I'm saying at least in some way, live a life beyond yourself. That's a life of purpose.
I think the purpose of this chat has been achieved. So, sir, another 5 minutes. Just one thing, more thing which I want to put a light on. We have like 3 to 4 minutes. You know, when I did Life 360 and I have also Business 360, there's a very wonderful thing you tell and you share with all of us. Is that before leading anybody else, lead yourself. So could you put some light on that? So flat 4 minutes.
Okay. आपका समय शुरू होता है अब. So I see when it comes to leading people, so in organizations we might be team leaders or we might be entrepreneurs there, and as leaders, entrepreneurs, we have people working under us, and the objective is to lead them in a certain way where we have maximum productivity happening if we are accountable, responsible for the outcome of those people. So I always say in my business programs, Kulpreet, that you don't manage people, you always got to lead people. You manage resources, you manage things, you don't manage people. People always have to be led. And to lead people, you got to understand that you have to have certain leadership abilities in you. And leadership abilities is something which is not developed overnight. It is developed if only you have led your life. So leading your life means you are leading one mind. This is one mind of yours. तो आपने एक मन को, एक शरीर को, एक communication को lead करना है. Leading people is maybe you got a team of 20 people. So you're leading 20 minds, leading 20 communications, leading 20 actions, 20, 40 hands. That's what you got to do when you lead people. लेकिन जिस इंसान ने एक मन, दो हाथ, एक जबान को लीड नहीं किया होता है, तो फिर वो 20 जबान, 20 मन, 40 हाथों को कैसे लीड करेगा? So वो बोलते हैं charity begins at home. So you got to first lead your life well. तो और अभी क्या हो गया कि people have understood this. People all over the world have evolved. If we have evolved as leaders, as entrepreneurs, teams have also evolved in the world. So they also know whom to follow, whom not to follow. वो जमाने चले गए कि जब आपके नीचे काम करके आपके no matter however you treat them, they will stay with you. तो अभी वो command and control style निकल गया है. So there is no command and control style in the world in terms of leading people. People have a choice. They will follow you or they will not follow you. So अगर आप followable नहीं हैं, so in spite of you being the boss, they will not follow you. So for being followable, you got to be likable, lovable. And only those people are loved and liked, those who have led their lives. तो इसलिए आपको अपनी जिंदगी अच्छी करने के अलावा ऑप्शन नहीं है. If you want to lead somebody, वो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. So I have 2 minutes left. So if I were to say that everybody has an ideal leader in mind. So you got to ask yourself this very simple question: why do I follow a certain leader? And you will come to know I follow him not because he's at a position or she's in a position. I follow the person because he or she behaves in a certain way, because he or she conducts himself or herself in a certain way. तो हम उसके कंडक्ट की वजह से उसको फॉलो करते हैं, ना कि उसकी गद्दी, उसकी पोजीशन, उसका ताकत पे हम उसको फॉलो करते हैं. So अगर हम फॉलो करते हैं उसकी गद्दी पे, उसकी ताकत पे, then we are not the right guys I'm talking about. I'm talking about people whom we have up in our eyes and we say, wow, this is the guy and I would like to become like him. So now followers are looking for leaders whom they can see as role models. But you can only be a role model if you have lived your life well.
So we have a role model, Manish Gupta. Follow him. Do Life 360 because there is no second chance, no second innings. Just this one life. Make your life a story worth telling. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being on this chat and honoring and sharing your wisdom with the world. And I'm sure everybody in the world will hear this message, and a lot of people will get the message of living rich. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you. God bless you all. Namaste. Take charge of your life and make a great life and a story worth telling the world. God bless you all. Love you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.